This week, AI stopped being a tool. It started becoming your computer. We're watching something huge happen right now, and most people are missing it. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly why this changes everything. All right, so let me break down what just happened because this is wild. AI companies just released so many updates that it's honestly hard to keep up. But here's the thing, these aren't just random updates. They're all moving in the same direction. And that direction is scary good. OpenAI just turned their coding tool into something that can control your entire computer. Not just write code. I'm talking about opening apps, moving files, clicking buttons, everything you do. Google released a desktop app that generates images, videos, and music all in one place. Anthropic made their AI developer so good that it's basically replacing entire development teams. And Perplexity just announced something they're calling a personal computer powered by AI. Hey, if we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, CEO of SEO agency Goldie Agency. Whilst he's helping clients get more leads and customers, I'm here to help you get the latest AI updates. Julian Goldie reads every comment, so make sure you comment below. You see where this is going, right? These companies aren't just making chatbots anymore. They're building full operating systems. They're replacing the way we interact with computers, and it's happening way faster than anyone expected. Let me show you exactly what dropped this week and why it matters for you. First up is OpenAI Codex. Now, if you're thinking, oh, that's just for developers, you're wrong. Codex used to be a coding assistant. You'd ask it to write code and it would spit out some Python or JavaScript. Cool, but limited. Not anymore. They just released a full desktop app that changes everything. This thing can now control your computer like a human would. It opens your browser. It navigates through files. It clicks on apps. It remembers what you were working on last week. It's got memory now. So if you tell it to finish that project you started on Tuesday, it knows what you're talking about. It doesn't need you to explain everything again. But here's where it gets crazy. It can run multiple agents at the same time. That means one agent is building your website while another one is researching your competition, while a third one is generating images for your social media, all at once, all without you touching anything. And they added something called GPT Image Point 5, which lets it generate images right inside the app. So you're not switching between 10 different tools anymore. You're just talking to one system that does it all. Think about what that means. You don't need VS Code. You don't need Photoshop. You don't need a bunch of browser tabs open. You just tell this thing what you want and it handles everything. That's not a tool. That's an operating system. Now let's talk about Claude because Anthropic just dropped Claude Opus 4.7 and Claude Code updates that are insane. Claude was already good at coding, but the new version is on another level. It follows instructions better. It makes fewer mistakes. And the big one is it's way more agentic. What does agentic mean? It means it doesn't just answer questions, it takes action. You give it a task and it figures out the steps on its own. It writes the code, it tests it, it fixes bugs, it keeps going until the job is done. You're not babysitting it anymore. You're just checking in at the end. And Claude Code got a massive upgrade too. You can now run multiple projects at the same time. It's got a built-in terminal and editor. So you're coding, testing, and deploying all in one place. No more switching between tools. No more copy-pasting between windows. It's all right there. Here's what people are saying. Developers are using Claude to build entire apps without writing a single line of code themselves. They're just describing what they want and Claude builds it. That's not assistance. That's full automation. And it's available right now. So now we've got OpenAI and Anthropic both racing to replace your entire workflow. But Google isn't sitting around either. They just launched the Gemini desktop app and it's packed with features. This thing does chat like ChatGPT, but it also does research and image generation and video generation and music generation all in one app. They're calling it a creative AI super app, and honestly, that's accurate. The image tool is called Nano Banana, and it's different from other generators because it learns your style. You feed it some examples of what you like, and it creates images that match your vibe. Not generic AI art, personalized stuff that actually looks like your brand. But the real kicker is the deep research mode. You give it a topic and it goes out and finds sources, reads through them, and comes back with a full report. We're not talking about a quick summary. I'm talking about research that would take you hours condensed into minutes. Google is clearly trying to be the all-in-one solution. They want you to stop using Photoshop, stop using Premiere, stop using ChatGPT. Just use Gemini for everything. And honestly, the features are good enough that it might work. But wait, there's more. Google also updated Chrome with something called AI Skills. This one is flying under the radar, but it's huge. You can now turn prompts into reusable tools inside your browser. Let me explain. You know how you do the same tasks over and over, like formatting data or pulling info from websites or sending the same type of emails. Now you can create a prompt for that task and save it as a slash command. So next time you just type slash format data and boom, it's done. No coding required. Anyone can do this. This is massive because it means every single person can build custom tools. You don't need to be a developer. You don't need to know Python. You just describe what you want and Chrome turns it into a button. That's the future right there. And if you want to learn how to use tools like Gemini and Chrome AI to automate your business and save hundreds of hours, join the AI Profit Boardroom. It's the best place to scale your business, get more customers, and automate everything with AI. You'll learn exactly how to set up these tools step by step so you're not wasting time figuring it out yourself. Link is in the description. Now let's talk about voices because this update from Google is wild. Gemini 3.1 Flash just got emotional text to speech, and I don't mean it sounds slightly happier or sadder. I mean it can whisper, it can panic, it can laugh, it can change tone mid-sentence. Why does this matter? Because AI voices have always sounded robotic, even the good ones. But now they can perform, they can act. That changes everything for content creation, for ads, for customer service, for audiobooks. If you're making videos or podcasts or any kind of audio content, this is a game changer. You can have an AI read your script with actual emotion, not flat, boring robot voice, real performance. That means higher quality content in way less time. All right, now here's where things get really crazy. Perplexity AI just announced something they're calling a personal computer. And yes, it sounds insane, but hear me out. This thing connects to your local files, your apps, your workflows. It's like having an AI assistant that lives inside your computer and knows everything about how you work. You can ask it to pull data from a spreadsheet, send an email, create a presentation, and post on social media. And it does all of it without you opening a single app. It just handles it. This is what I meant at the start when I said AI is becoming your operating system. Perplexity is literally building an AI-powered computer layer that sits on top of everything else. And they're not the only ones. Canva just announced Canva AI 2.0, which is coming soon. It's going to be fully prompt-based. You describe a design and it builds it. You show it examples of your style and it learns. Then it can pump out designs that match your brand automatically. This means designers are shifting from manual work to just giving directions. Instead of spending hours in Canva clicking and dragging, you spend 5 minutes describing what you want. That's a massive shift. Oh, and there's one more thing. Minimax M 2.7 just dropped. It's a Chinese model, and it's really good at coding. It's not widely available yet for commercial use, but the performance is strong. What this tells us is that China is catching up fast. The AI race isn't just happening in Silicon Valley anymore. It's global. So let me tie this all together because this is important. Every single update I just talked about is moving in the same direction. AI is no longer just answering questions. It's doing tasks. It's controlling computers. It's creating content. It's replacing entire workflows. We're at a turning point. The shift is happening from tools to agents to full computers. And it's happening right now, not in 5 years, not in 10 years. This week, if you're not paying attention, you're going to get left behind. Because the people who learn how to use these systems are going to have a massive advantage. They're going to get more done in less time. They're going to build faster, create faster, launch faster. And if you want to learn how to use tools like Gemini and Chrome AI to automate your business and save hundreds of hours, join the AI Profit Boardroom. It's the best place to scale your business, get more customers, and automate everything with AI. You'll learn exactly how to set up these tools step by step so you're not wasting time figuring it out yourself. Link is in the description. And if you want the full process SOPs and over 100 AI use cases like the ones I just showed you, join the AI Success Lab. It's a free AI community where you'll get all the video notes from this video, plus access to our community of 38,000 members who are crushing it with AI. Links in the comments and description. This is the future. We're not using computers the old way anymore. We're starting to talk to them. And the ones who figure this out first are going to win big. Thanks for watching. Make sure you comment below because Julian reads every single comment. And I'll see you in the next one.